And it's time for sports with George Adu Jr.
Hey, Daniel, how you doing?
I'm great. After this weekend,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be awesome, won't I?
Yeah, you'll be awesome. I thought Liverpool played and did very well
Was
against
that
West Ham United.
classic
Four
goals I
classic
saw?
goals, yes. 4 goals to 1.
Yeah.
But we have a big discussion about that game. And welcome to sports. We start with the English Premier League, truly. I know the Chelsea fans want to see again the game against Manchester United. Chelsea beat Manchester United by 1
George,
goal to
can you
0.
imagine at the beginning of the season, we're talking about Manchester United being unstoppable, scoring 4 in every game.
You know, Stoke City coach Mark Hughes said there were problems with the Manchester United side, and he was going to prove to everybody. He did prove that, truly, because they drew 2-2 with Manchester United at the bet 365. And yes, so there were some issues. But, you know, as the season wears on, injuries will tell a big part of your story. And even Chelsea have been struggling till date because there was no N'Golo Kante.
Yeah,
N'Golo Kante was
came
released.
back with a
Yes,
bang.
he's finally coming back and did so well in the game for Chelsea. So Manchester United can say, oh yes, we don't have our players. There's no,
You know, if there's no
Paul
depth,
Pogba.
you see, if there's no
Paul
depth
Pogba, there's
in
no
the
depth.
squad,
Yeah, that's the point.
if there's no depth in the squad, that shows the quality of your team.
Yeah, but anyway, but I can also say the same for Manchester City. We'll talk about them, you know, later. But for Manchester City, if they have an injury to Fernandinho, I think they're also in trouble. But let's stick with the first one, because I'll come back to Liverpool in that game, because Andrea, you might have a new coach maybe by the close of the day.
Okay.
Because Slaven Bilic looks like he'll be sacked from West Ham after you beat them by 4 goals to 1. But this is the game that has caused a lot.
That's the goal over there.
Yes, that's the goal, Alvaro Morata. Oh, that's it.
Awesome.
You can take some Alvaro wherever you are, a Chelsea fan. But this is it. So 2 big talking points from this game. Talking points number 1 is that can Manchester United truly trust Romelu Lukaku when it comes to the big games? One major criticism against this guy when he was coming to Manchester United for 75 million pounds was that can he deliver against the big sides? If you look at his ratio, in about 60 games he's played with the big sides, he scored only 15. You can crash that down to 2015 or to 2016 when he had played 35 and has scored only 5 against them. You look at the ratio of top strikers and what they do when they're playing against big sides, it's very crucial because totally you want your team to be winning. You want your team to win titles. And if a team has to win titles, then obviously you have to get the goals going in. Now, Romelu Lukaku was not able to convince everyone when he was at Everton that he could win against the big sides. At Manchester United, he's not gotten goals against the big sides.
He reminds me of Andrew Johnson in Crystal Palace,
that's right.
Remember?
So just mark it. Now, Manchester United play against Tottenham Hotspur, where they need a goal crucially, and that goal comes from Martial. Manchester United play against Liverpool, they close shop, they go to hide, we cannot find Romelu Lukaku. Manchester United play against Chelsea yesterday, and Romelu Lukaku was totally lost. So why is Lukaku not scoring against the big sides? Maybe the big sides have defenders who will not give you an inch or an ounce anywhere.
It also has to do with the mental thing. I think that if you're a player with confidence, you can take on any defender, you can run at them. I mean, remember Fernando Torres.
Yeah.
Fernando Torres against Nemanja Vidic. It was always never those days when Torres was in Liverpool, Vidic was in Manchester United. It was always not a non-starter. Whenever he goes at Vidic, you know he's going past him.
Danny, but the problem with this is Romelu Lukaku can score against the Huddersfields
it's the
and
mindset,
the
bro.
Swanseas.
It's confidence.
On the big stage, he can come. And this argument is very important because before the 2 players, Alvaro Morata and Romelu Lukaku, moved into Chelsea and Manchester respectively, there was a bargain. Manchester United wanted Alvaro Morata, truly.
Exactly.
Didn't get him. Went for Romelu Lukaku, made it seem like he was better than that. But on a night like this, Alvaro Morata
he
tells
started
the whole
out
world,
with some,
yes.
you know.
And a night like this, Alvaro Morata tells the whole world that, look, I am the better striker and I can really deliver a team when it's in there.
Who do you think will regret more, Real Madrid or Manchester United?
I think Real Madrid should be regretting more because they have a striking crisis at the moment.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the guys were on again. Asensio and the likes were scoring goals. But where was Karim Benzema? They still don't have a striker, I think. That's one story to talk about. The next story about the Manchester United one, I won't be, because this is what everybody's talking about. About the Manchester United one is, have Manchester United lost their identity? Because there was one fan who was so agitated last night and said, look, Manchester United are playing like West Brom.
Wow.
It's just that maybe you can call them West Brom rich. They have money than West Brom. So you have West Brom rich, and they're going to go West Brom rich. That's the difference here. So Mourinho says that he's trying to play pragmatic football. But unfortunately, they have lost against sides, not only in the value, but of course the play has been just bad. So Chelsea all over the place, beating Manchester United like never before, and it's a big one. Let's move away from that.
Do you think Manchester will recover?
I mean, they can recover.
After Alex Ferguson?
There's one thing I hope, but it's not this way, not under Mourinho. You'll be playing some West Brom football, so slightly before you go. Let's talk about Manchester City, and they played Arsenal. Oh yes, Man City beat Arsenal by 3-1, and I mean, Arsene Wenger says it's the referee that made me lose the game. My question for Arsene Wenger is, why didn't you use Lacazette, your most prized asset for the season, and he was on the bench during the first half? Giroud was on you can't understand.
I hate to do this, but let me say good morning to Evan Spencer, who puts on Facebook that if Arsenal loses by less than 4 goals, it's a win for Arsenal. So, before the game.
So in that game, Manchester City are definitely going to come at you, Arsenal, and you are aware. So why don't you put your best Arsenal, out there to play for Arsenal? And Arsene Wenger says, no. I prefer to keep Lacazette on the bench. And it's going on and on and on.
He always used to make decisions like that, Wenger. It's 20 minutes to the end of the game, and then he'll change his key players.
And then bring Lacazette. It's always great, and it'll be good to ultimately get married to an Arsenal fan, because they go up and down. There's a roller coaster all over. Anyway, so that's it. Kevin De Bruyne is the guy to talk about in the Premier League. Wow, the guy's got great sense of awareness. He knows exactly what to do, knows his variants, and puts in the goals when he has to. That's the story for Man City. They are going so strong. 8 points between themselves, though, and Manchester United. Chelsea is just 1 point behind Manchester United now. And Tottenham Hotspur, after beating, Real Madrid, went on to beat Crystal Palace by 1-0. Congratulations to you again, Liverpool, for beating West Ham United by 4-1.
We thrashed them.
Yeah, you thrashed them.
We whipped them down the street and back.
That's Liverpool.
We showed them.
If you allow Liverpool to beat you,
look,
then it means you didn't do well.
George, this is my desk.
Okay, that's Liverpool. Yeah, your desk. This is the news and the desk. It's okay. So that's Liverpool, and they beat West Ham United. Good result on the weekend as well. Great. I thought we saw a spirited performance again from Everton playing Watford. Let's move away from the English Premier League. We've been there for a while, and get into La Liga. So Real Madrid fans are so excited. Why? They beat Las Palmas by 3-0. Not too excited. Why? Because Cristiano Ronaldo still couldn't get a goal, and he looked very frustrated after the game. Even though his team won, he didn't get a goal. He was very frustrated. It's normal. That's the Ronaldo. He always wants to be part of the story. He wants to be part of the news. Allow him to go. Barcelona beat Sevilla by 2-1. So there's no stopping. There's no stopping Barcelona. But the biggest story for us in La Liga was Thomas Partey, who seems to be on top form.
Wow.
He got a screamer. Fantastic goal. The free kick was very, very well effected. And Atletico Madrid beat Deportivo La Coruña away. And Thomas Partey scores back-to-back.
He had a lot of kind words for Diego Simeone after the game.
Of course, he's a great player. And Thomas Partey is really growing to become the next Michael Essien of the Black Stars. Because in Champions League, he scored for Atletico Madrid against Paraguay. And then follows it up very well with an excellent free kick. I hope we can see this free kick coming in. But I like the way the Spanish La Liga is going. Real Madrid know there's a lot of pressure on them. They have to try and catch Barcelona, who definitely are flying and are going and winning all games.
But I want to say this about Thomas Partey.
What do you think?
Because I think he needs a good coach.
We don't think that's the goal. That's the goal. Have a look at it and palm from the D. Oof. That's a nice one. Free kick.
That's nice. That's a stinger.
Excellent one there.
Excellent goal. I'm not saying Simeone is not a good coach.
I mean, which good coach are you talking about?
I don't think...
Jurgen Klopp or which one? Which good coach?
I'm not saying Simeone is not a good coach, but I look at what Essien did under Mourinho.
Under Mourinho, it's better. But he's a good player. He's showing it. If Thomas Partey goes like this, Thomas Partey could go to Barcelona or Real Madrid, any of them, because they can see him play, and that's fine. Let's go to German Bundesliga. What happened this weekend? The biggest game was Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay, Bayern Munich beats Borussia Dortmund by 3-1 and extend that record right now. And they also have a 4 points lead now at the top of the German Bundesliga table. You go to Italy, we didn't have too many surprising results. It was all fairly happening. In France, Paris Saint-Germain got the 5-goal win over Angers. We saw another 5-0 win. Lyon going all the way and beating Saint-Etienne in the Eastern French derby. And that's really all that in terms of what we got there. And we can say congratulations to the lads who are putting this in. It's just about time to go. I can see you trying to box. Let's do the boxing.
Let's do the boxing.
Anthony Joshua says he's the man. But Deontay Wilder has come out to say, give me Anthony Joshua. I want to fight him. Now he fought against Sivane, I mean, this weekend, and he did so well by knocking him out in the first round. He's supposed to be looking like fighting Dinley White, who is also a fellow Briton, before you think about Anthony Joshua. But he says that he's the guy who can beat Anthony Joshua because...
I mean, I saw this fight.
Yeah.
The attitude of Deontay Wilder.
The guy is... What's the word?
Do we have another Ali? Do we have another Muhammad Ali?
Maybe we have, just maybe. I thought this is heavyweight. This heavyweight boxing.
Look at this guy.
And he was daring and going and hitting.
He wasn't even guarded. Look, he's not even raising his hand.
No. He
just wants the punch.
He felt like, I can beat this guy. I'm gonna kill this guy here. And this guy, he manages to knock Bernardo actually out of this. And then he looks around and says, I don't want to fight anyone else. I want to fight Anthony Joshua. I don't know what the response of Anthony Joshua will be, but it will be a super fight. Super.
You know, there are two opposites in terms of character. Yeah, you know, but Wilder is the flashy guy. Joshua is the calculated, like strategic boxer.
Joshua did a good job in beating Klitschko, but I tell you, he didn't convince a lot more in beating Klitschko.
Look at him. Look at the way he just hit his chest like that. My goodness.
And that's the knockout. But the point is that Anthony Joshua didn't really impress a lot of people when he even beat Klitschko. The last bout against Carlos Takam was also not overly impressive. So there's a feeling that somebody can get in and do this. But anyway, you don't go. But Deontay Wilder, you don't go fight Anthony Joshua like leaving all your face and no defense. It's going to be some bout. It's going to be some bout. Don't fight like Bukom Banku where you're leaving all your face and Sami Bastel might hook you in there. And the referee had to. Oh my God! What attitude!
He almost went at the referee at the point.
Go back, and he wouldn't go. That's the new beast who is looking for Anthony Joshua. And you know what? Look, the thing is, he's an American.
Okay.
So it could be very interesting.
Very interesting.
He says, come on. He says, I want to fight Anthony Joshua. Then he goes and says, come on, baby, if you really want to come and fight me. We'll see what happens there. But it's been great coming away with sports, obviously.
It's been
really, really great. And of course, we also crowned Adriana Stars the champions of the Ghana Premier League officially. They had a party. A big party.
You mean the 2016, 2017?
Okay. I mean the league.
Thank you very much, Jordan.
2 years behind. With that, Casablanca also won the CAF Champions League.
The league has repeated.
I'm sorry.
The league actually repeated
and repeated again. Yeah, right, Tomasi.
If you're Ghanaian and you're watching our league, all the best.
Oh, please. Oh, what kind of bad
George,
is
I have
that?
to close.
I know we have to close.
Thank you very much, George Adojia, for bringing us the sport. And this has been News Desk. My name is Daniel.